All right, here we are again. First of all, thank you so much for all the support here on this channel as well as Instagram. And also, it's awesome to see all the haircut photos, the beard photos that have been shared via Instagram through direct message. Thank you for those. And if I haven't got to your photo yet, don't worry. I'll eventually get to it. And also, let me not forget those of you that have also been sending fitness questions either via Instagram or email. If I haven't got to you yet, don't worry, I will eventually get to your either email or direct message. Okay, now for today. Because the majority of you have spoken, we're gonna do another haircut and then we'll get back to the reviews and whatnot. But today we're gonna do a haircut. No, we're not trimming the beard. I know there have been a lot of requests for me to trim up the beard, but we're gonna let it flourish for now. And there's also been a lot of suggestions pertaining to shaving my head with a razor, and I'm not ready to take that step either. So for now, we're gonna do a buzz cut with a fade. Right now I'm somewhere between 8 to 10 millimeters on top, which is about a 2.5 guard. We're gonna bring it down to a 1, which is around 3 millimeters. And we're gonna do a fade on the side, and we're gonna use a half guard, but we're gonna use a half guard at the longest length. So I think that's a 0.5 and a half, if to be technically correct. I actually, don't quote me on that. If you know what a 0.5 guard at its longest length is referred to, please let me know that in the comment section below. But nonetheless, the on top, that's going to be about, if I didn't say already, it's going to be about a 3 millimeter, and then the sides, it's going to be a 2 millimeter. Like I did on the last haircut video, I believe it was, we're going to jump back to a different point of view because I'm going to be using that self haircut system again. Here we go. Whoa, before we go, sorry for all the rambling. If you do have any comments pertaining to haircuts, nutrition questions, or beard products that you want me to review, please go ahead and leave them in the comment box below. In addition to anything else, I always love seeing your comments, and I like the relationships that we're building here on YouTube and in addition to Instagram as well. Okay, here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start. And you know what I'll do, instead of starting on top, I'm gonna start with the sides because it's gonna have more of a drastic appearance if I do that. So I figured that'll make it better for video. So here we are. Again, this is a half attachment, and this is gonna be a half attachment at the longest length going around my ears and down. And the way that I do my fade is I just start from as low as I can go with just going around the ear and pretty much just doing a slight decline to the back, to the middle, and then I'll do the same thing on the other side. 0.5 long around the sides. You know what? There really isn't that much of a difference. I might go to the half guard at its lowest setting, so I think this is a true half guard, and hopefully there's a little more of a difference, because I mean, why are we gonna watch this if there's not really gonna be any change? Whoa. Definitely a difference with the half guard, so we'll keep it at that. Okay, so that was the difference that we're looking for. Again, half guard around the side. And we're gonna switch it up and do this side now. Okay, what do you think about this? Now, this kind of brings me back to the relatively old school days of UFC and Chuck Liddell and his haircut. I'm contemplating leaving it like this, but just introducing a tad bit of a fade so it isn't too drastic and disconnected. Yeah, here's a 360 of it. So in the back, the width was a little different on the very back, so I tried to even it out a little bit down here. So I think that's fairly close for the most part. We'll see what it looks like after I do the fade. And we are putting on the one guard, which is 3 millimeters, and we're gonna put this at a true one guard, which is all the way down. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go through all of this top portion, and then after that, we're going to take off we're gonna take off the one, put the half back on at its longest length, and introduce the fade. The things I do for you on here, let me tell you, or actually, let me show you. Yeah, I'm gonna clean off, and then we're gonna go ahead and introduce a bit of a fade around the seam. Okay, we're dusted off, ready to go. Now we're gonna take this half guard at its longest length, and we're gonna go across this line, flick up to introduce a bit of a fade. At this length, it's relatively easy compared to other lengths, meaning that there isn't that much of a difference between the line, the upper and the lower in general. So that's one good reason to go this short in regard to the buzz cut, because of the easy maintenance. Now that we're done with the subtle fade, I'm gonna go ahead and line it up in the back. All right, we are done. I had to make sure to get the that scar going down my neck, because for whatever reason, black hairs always come out of that scar tissue. Sorry, that might be a little TMI for some of you. We're finished here. I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to go over to the other point of view. I'm gonna do a 360 so you can see, have a better look, relatively speaking, compared to how we usually see it. And you can decide whether or not you actually like this cut or not. All right, here we are. Again, I have a one guard on top. I have a half guard around the side, and I did a really quick cleanup in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 360 for you so you can get an overall look of what we did. There we go, and you know what? It's actually a relatively simple cut. Again, I know some of you may hate me for doing this and not letting my hair grow back out, and others, you want to see a razor to the scalp. We're so close that it might happen. As always, I hope that you found this video helpful, perhaps intriguing. If you did, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up, and maybe even subscribe. Until next time, peace.